Right, let me share my screen. Guys, any questions, any doubts? Before proceeding, any questions we have? So, how many of you started practicing, guys? How many of you started practicing? Please raise your hands. So, how many of you created virtual machine and installed Windows operating system? Okay, I can see only Prasad raised his hand and Shiva T and Nitin. Okay, only 3 people started practicing. Okay, fine, guys. So please don't miss the practice. Again, I'm saying if you miss the practice, like these topics will be like a kind of simple, but if you miss the practice, again it will be difficult thing. Okay, so again you will miss that frequency, you will miss that flow and all. So try to practice, okay, on the same day, or else like at least in next 1 to 2 days you can practice and install successfully. Very good, Partha. So right, so in the last class we discussed about the VM creation, operating system, OS server, OS installation, and then prerequisites like .NET Framework installation, and then we have also installed SQL Server 2017. So 2019 installation, I'll tell you during same. There is no difference between 2017 and 2019 and 2016 and 2014, 2012. Most of the installations are same, but if you are increasing the version, okay, when compared to 2014 to 2017, okay, little bit extra screens will be there. 16 to 17 extra screens will be there. 17 to 19 extra screens will be there. But the base concept is same, terminologies are same, features are same, authentication modes are same, naming convention is same, prerequisites are same. Okay, everything is same. One or two extra options you have to select. So if you are installing other versions, guys, okay, so 2019 installation, I'll tell you during migration concept. In the migration, will migrate 2017 to 2019, so that you should know how to migrate, okay, and you will also know how to install 2019 in the migration concept. Today, if possible, we'll discuss 2022 installation. Today we'll discuss 2022 installation. Okay, so before installing 2022, first let's start the VM, guys. This is my batch 47 VM, right? Let's start it. So double click on the machine, we can start the VM. And don't ever install Windows Server directly. I see some people, they will directly copy the Windows Server software. They will directly install the Windows Server on their local laptop. So what will happen? If you are trying to install Windows Server locally, your local laptop OS will be corrupted or overwrite with the Windows Server operating system. All your data will be gone, guys. Always create virtual box, virtual machines, and then install Windows Server in that virtual machine. So a computer in one computer, guys. You cannot override the existing computer and all. Don't ever install directly. Okay, don't ever install that Windows Server uh, in your local laptop directly. It is going to corrupt your local laptop. You cannot even access your local laptop also. So always follow the videos before doing the practice, guys. See the video, just parallelly open the video and you can just do it parallelly. Okay, but don't try to install operating system directly in your local laptop. First create a VM and then install the Windows operating system in that VM, and then you can proceed. And I see yesterday also someone pinged, sir, I am unable to connect to the Windows server remotely. We have already discussed the challenges with the RDP in the last class. Can anyone tell me what are the challenges with the RDP?
Internet, sir.
Internet. Very good. You should have internet. Very good. Next.
and Windows 10 Pro.
Very good. Operating
OS.
your local laptop operating system should be Windows 10 Pro. Next, next. So if you are unable to connect to the server through RDP, so is there any other way, guys, to install SQL Server and all?
Directly we can.
That's it. So RDP is just an extra feature. If RDP is not working, nothing to worry. You cannot use RDP feature, that's it. But you can access the VM directly by logging into the machine. See, this is the machine, right? How to log into the machine directly? Just click on this black screen, use Control plus Delete. Then you can give the server password and you can enter into the machine. This is direct connection, direct console. That is RDP console. RDP means you are connecting to the server in another way. That's it. Either you can connect directly or you can connect through RDP. So if RDP is not working means don't think that's the end of the life. Okay, so it's just one more connection to connect to the server. Either you can connect directly or you can connect through RDP, guys. Okay, fine. So now what I have to do, every time I have to check the IP address. Why? Because there is a chance that IP address might change regularly, and sometimes people are doing like they are going to edit their local laptop IP addresses and all. Don't edit any IP address. Okay, just enable the connections. That's it. Whatever I did, just follow it. Whatever I'm doing, you have to do it on the VM only, not in your local laptop. Local laptop, what we will do, we'll install Oracle VirtualBox software. We'll create VM in that. Okay, that's it. Local laptop, we don't do any settings and all in the local laptop. Don't change your network connections in the local laptop. We don't do anything in the local laptop other than installing VM VirtualBox software and creating VMs and all. Everything we have to do it on the server itself. Okay, you have to log into the machine directly and you have to whatever settings you are going to do, just do it in the server itself. Okay, so now I said like IP address might change, not sure. Sometimes it will change, sometimes it will be fixed. So it is like 192.168.137.107. So now I came to know the latest IP address of the machine. Now what I have to do, go to your local laptop and then open this RDP, then give the latest IP address. Okay, so this is the IP address, right? Same as last time. But when you change your network, internet and all, so when you change your internet like from Wi-Fi to mobile hotspot or mobile hotspot to Wi-Fi, then your IP address will be changed. IP address of the server will be changed, right? And today you practice in your home, tomorrow you just practice in your friend's home, means your network is changed, then also IP address will be changed. So whenever internet is changing, your IP address will be changed. So what you have to do, guys, so you have to check the latest IP address. Always you have to check the latest IP address before connecting to the VM, guys. Right, so just connected to the server remotely. Fine. Right, now what next, guys? Last time we installed VM and then we have installed Windows Server operating system and then we installed SQL Server. What next?
SSMS.
Hmm. We have to install the Management Studio. Management Studio is very important, guys. Without Management Studio, I cannot connect to the server, SQL Server
Server.
especially. So first of all, I have to install the Management Studio. Management Studio is separate tool, guys. Okay, Management Studio is a separate tool from SQL Server 2016 onwards. Till SQL Server 2016, till SQL Server 2016, Management Studio is an inbuilt tool in the installation file itself. So during installation, in the feature selection like database engine and all will select the features, right? Specific features, shared features and all will select the features, right? In the feature selection screen, we have to select the management tools up to SQL Server 2014. You have to do this Up to 2014, in the feature selection screen, you will have an extra feature called management tools. If you select it, then you will get the management studio automatically. Up to 2014, from 2016 onwards, Microsoft separated the management studio. So once the SQL Server installation is done, again you have to download the management studio separately, and you have to install the management studio separately from 2016 onwards. Okay, so downloading management studio is very easy, guys. Okay, so how to download management studio? You want to download latest version of management studio, right? So go to Google, simply type, okay, SQL Server Management Studio, download SQL Server Management Studio. Just type Management Studio, you will get the website, okay, Microsoft website. Okay, download SQL Server Management Studio, go to this link, and you can see the latest version of the Management Studio. What is the latest version? This is the one, 18.12.1. Okay, so you can still download 19 also. 19 is also there, but it's a preview, guys. This is a preview. Okay, 2019 preview. What is CTP? What is meant by CTP?
First hit copy.
Oh, what is the abbreviation of CTP?
It's test for first time they release.
That's okay. That's okay. What is the
Community
abbreviation?
technology preview.
Right. Community technology preview. Right. So you can see preview 3. This is the CTP version of SSMS 19. Guys, SSMS is separate. SQL Server is separate again. Okay. This is a till now we have 18.12. They released one more new version called SSMS 19. So that is the preview version. Okay. The first copy or second copy, whatever it might be, that's the preview version for SSMS 19. So we'll go with 18.12. Click on this link. So free download for SQL Server Management Studio. Just click on that link. Management Studio is free, guys. Okay, everyone can download the Management Studio. So now once you click on that link, it just started downloading. Okay, the file like size will be like a 600 to 700 MB kind of thing. Management Studio file will be 600 to 700 MB, guys. Let's wait for 1 minute. It will complete the download, and then we'll copy the management studio. I just downloaded my management studio in my local laptop, so I have to install this management studio in the server, right? So I have to copy this management studio from my local laptop to server. So when you connected through RDP, then you can do right click copy, right click paste, guys. I want to copy this stick, right click copy, like normal copy only, right click copy, and you can just go to the server and you can paste it, guys. Okay, you can paste it. So when you connected through remotely, it will work. When you connected through remote, it will work. Right click copy, right click paste will work. If you are not connected through remote, if remote RDP is not working for you, then you cannot directly copy paste from your local laptop to server. Then what you have to do, I gave you a link to download SSMS ISO image. In the softwares that I shared, in that you can see SSMS ISO. So download that SSMS ISO image and then go to Oracle VirtualBox Manager, and then here you know, right, how to attach the software. Go to settings of the VM and then go to storage. Here in place of SQL Server 2017, attach SSMS ISO image like this. I am regularly doing so I can see here in the drop down list. You cannot see in the drop down list. So I told you, right, you have to download SSMS ISO image, download it, keep it in one folder, click on this choose virtual optical disk file, check in which folder you just downloaded SSMS ISO, go to that folder and select the SSMS ISO image and click OK. Okay, so once you clicked OK, then you can see the SSMS ISO in the server D drive, guys. In the server D drive you can see here SSMS. Let me refresh. This is SQL setup only. Let me refresh it. You can see SSMS. Earlier SQL Server software. So now see SSMS is attached. Now simply you have to open it and you can, right, this is SSMS setup file. you can install the SSMS, guys. Installation of SSMS is very easy, nothing is there. Right click, open the file with run as administrator mode, and then what you have to do, guys, what you have to do, simply select the install, that's it, install button, that's it. So immediately it will start installing, but before installation and after installation you have to, what you have to do, restart the Windows server. Okay, so I'm copying my, you can see here it was downloaded, right? I am copying my software from my local laptop and I'm going to paste it on the server, guys. Right click, paste it. RDP is working for me, so that's why I'm just copying the software from local laptop to server. But for you it won't work. I mean, like, some of you are practicing on Windows 11 machines and all, right? Those who, like, if RDP is not supported in your laptop, then what you have to do, guys, you have to download SSMS ISO image, and then you have to attach that SSMS ISO image, and then you can open that SSMS ISO in the D drive of the server, and then you can start installing SSMS. We have a discussion on SSMS, guys, nothing to worry. I'll take one class on SSMS. What is this SSMS Management Studio? How to open Management Studio? Okay, and before Management Studio, what tool we have? Management Studio is introduced in the year of 2005, guys. For SQL Server 2005, they introduced Management Studio. But before Management Studio, what tool we have? Query Analyzer. Using Query Analyzer, we are going to connect to the servers. Earlier, we used to connect to the servers using Query Analyzer before 2005. So from 2005 onwards, I'm sorry, SSMS is introduced, guys. So then people started using this Management Studio. 1 minute. Yes, okay. Fine. Okay, so SSMS is copied. So open run as administrator. Right. Now you can see only one button will be there to install Management Studio. No other extra options and all. No need to select any settings and all. Simply click on this install button. That's it. From shared path to server also same. Yes, yes, Prasad. Okay, in the organization we will have, if you want to copy anything, we'll have only one source called shared path. Okay, either SQL Server or any other softwares or Management Studio, anything. We can only copy through shared folder, shared location that we have already discussed in the last class. Okay, so we'll use only shared path. All the softwares will be dumped to the shared location. That shared path will be accessible from all the servers, guys. If you want to install any tool or any SQL Server software, go to the server, connect to the server like how we connected to the server. Okay, 107. For example, customer asked you to install SQL Server in 107 machine. Okay, 137.107 machine. Then what you will do, you will just take the IP address from the ticket, you will do RDP to the server directly, and then you will open shared location. You know the shared location, right? If you don't know, you can ask your colleagues. Why? Because shared location is not standard, so it depends upon the organization to organization. Shared locations will be changed. So ask your colleagues to, like, do we have any shared location to copy the softwares and all. They will give you the shared location. Open the shared location in the server and then just copy whatever softwares you want, like SQL Server, Management Studio and all. Just copy and then you can proceed to install the things, guys.
Sir, basic question. A shared location means it will show like a folder, or we have to connect like
Folder only,
from my.
folder only, folder only, folder only.
Okay, sir. Like
That
you
the
have
folder,
shown.
that folder will be hosted in a different server. It's a
Okay,
folder, it will be hosted in different server. That folder you are accessible from another server. That's it.
okay. From here onwards, I have to type IP address or what, sir, to connect to that.
The last class we discussed it, sir.
Okay.
Have you joined in the last class?
Joined, sir, but I have not seen that video, so
Just go through the
repeated.
video again. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you, sir.
No, no problem, no problem. Shilpa, can you please ping me from your WhatsApp number? Shilpa, please ping me from your WhatsApp number. Okay, let me go to the server. So it's still installing, guys. So let's give you a brief about this Management Studio in the meantime. So Management Studio is a tool, guys. It's a tool. Okay. So using this tool, we can connect to any SQL server. Using Management Studio tool, we can connect to any SQL server, guys. Okay, using Management Studio, we can connect to any SQL server. So Management Studio can be only one tool. Sir, I have 10 instances in my Windows machine, right? We can install up to 50 instances in one Windows server. Sir, do I need to install 10 Management Studios? Not required. See here, like it's a Oracle VirtualBox managed tool only. See here, if I want to create one more VM, I have already installed this Oracle VirtualBox, I can create second VM also using the same platform or application. So if I want to create one more VM, no need to install the Oracle VirtualBox again. Earlier, I have already installed Oracle VirtualBox software. Using this Oracle VirtualBox software manager, I can create multiple VMs I can delete the existing VMs, I can change the settings of the existing VMs. Means tool can be only one, but you can use the same tool to create multiple VMs and delete the existing VMs and all. No need to install Oracle VirtualBox again and again if you want to create a second VM, right? The same way Management Studio can be only one tool. Okay, you can use this tool to connect how many instances you have. You can connect to all the instances using a single Management Studio. So if you want to install second instance, again no need to install one more Management Studio, guys. If you want to install a second instance, no need to install one more Management Studio. Already it's also a shared feature. Management Studio is also a shared feature. Once you install, that's it. That is enough for all the instances. Using the same Management Studio, you can connect to all the SQL Server instances, guys. No need to install the Management Studio again and again. Now I have a quick question for you guys. I have 2017 and 2019. So do I need to install Management Studio for 2017 separately and 2019 separately? Do I need to install
No,
them?
sir.
No, sir. No,
No,
sir.
no.
Only one is required.
Not required. Okay, Management Studio is single tool. You can connect to this. You can connect to any instance of any version using the single Management Studio. It's not like per version one Management Studio. It's not like per instance one Management Studio. Throughout the whole Windows machine, throughout the whole Windows machine, one Management Studio is enough, guys. No need to install. If one Management Studio is there, you can connect to all the SQL Server instances. Okay, any version you can connect to the SQL servers using this Management Studio application, guys. Okay, Management Studio is an application. Using this application we can connect to any of the instance, any version also we can connect, guys. Okay, so Management Studio is introduced from SQL Server 2005. Before Management Studio we have Query Analyzer. Okay, so what else from Management Studio? Right, without Management Studio can I connect to the SQL Server?
No, it's not possible.
Are you
No,
sure?
sir.
Are you sure without Management Studio? Can I connect
No,
to
sir. No, definitely yes.
No.
Okay.
Sir, you said like it was like SSMS is a separate from 2016
Yes.
server, right?
Right.
So once I like download, right, like SSMS. So when I try to install the 2012, so I don't need to select that option, right, from the features, right? Because
See, for 2012, I told you, right, up to 2014, this feature is merged in the SQL Server installation file itself. Last time we installed SQL Server, right, through setup file. In the setup file, during the feature selection screen, there is an option called Management Tools. You have to select that Management Tools. Then automatically Management Studio will be installed up to 2014.
yeah, but I got it. But guess like today I install like 2017, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I install separately, right? Right now I'm installing separately, right?
Yes,
Now I go for like 2008 or 2012, right?
okay.
So I don't need to select
Not
that
required,
option,
not
right?
required. Yes,
Yeah,
correct.
that's what my
No need to select that. Once the
okay.
SSMS is installed, no need to select that feature again
Yeah,
and again.
my SSMS is already installed, so
Yes,
it's really fast, like
okay.
fast.
Yeah,
Easy.
okay. So again, if you install also, it's not a mistake, guys. Okay, no problem. It won't create any problem and all, but no need to install extra software
Okay,
unnecessarily.
okay,
Okay, if you install also by mistakes or I installed, what will happen? Nothing will happen. That Management Studio also will be there. This Management Studio also will be there. Two Management Studios will be there in that machine.
okay.
Okay, but
So
just this, yeah.
he asking me restart, so I'm not going to restart now.
If you don't restart, it won't work
Uh-huh.
properly.
Oh, so I need to restart right now?
You
Okay.
should restart the
Okay, okay, okay.
server, not the laptop. You
Oh,
are
got
going
it.
to
Yeah, yeah,
restart. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. All right.
yeah. Right. So let it install, guys. Once the installation is done, then we'll just connect to the SQL server, and then we can continue the discussion. Or what I'll do in the meantime, I'll try to set up Windows Server 2016. Okay. Windows Server 2016 we have, which is Windows 2019. This is Windows 2016, right? So let's start this VM, and what I'm going to do, I'll download SQL Server 2022, guys. Let's see whether we have SQL Server 2022 developer edition is available or not. Then we'll proceed for the SQL Server 2022 installation. Okay, SQL Server 2022 developer edition, download SQL Server downloads. Open in the new tab. Shanti, Shilpa, please ping me from your WhatsApp. Can you hear me, Shilpa? Yes, Shilpa. Please ping me from your WhatsApp number. Just send me hi, that's it.
Okay, sir. Send it, sir.
Okay. Fine, we'll discuss after the class, okay? Right, okay, so this is the SQL Server 2022, guys. Let me check. This is the first time, even I haven't installed earlier also. Okay, so developer edition you can see here, right? Download free specialized edition developer edition, okay? Because it is a developer edition full featured. Why I got this SQL Server 2019 developer edition? Okay, 1 minute, guys. Why my cursor is not working properly? I guess 2022 is not yet public, guys, I guess. So you have to download it from the community only.
Please, but like they share in some other kind of link, you know.
Joy, your voice is too low.
Other link, you know, the Microsoft, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah, so
This is not yet public like 2020,
yeah.
like 2019. 2019 is public, guys. You can download it like this, okay? And 2022 is not yet public. Okay, that's why I don't see any links for 2022. Okay, then I have to check it. SQL Server 2022. Only evaluation is there. Let's see, guys. Most Azure enable release yet. Let's see. I'm not sure, guys. Not yet. I haven't downloaded yet. We'll see whether it is going to work or not. If not, we'll proceed with the SQL 2019 installation itself in the next class. exe download. Please select your 2020 download. Try SQL Server on Azure.
Sir, they have some landing page.
Yes.
And and you need to,
This is
Like they're gonna send you a link, once you provide your
yes, yes, yes.
information. Yeah, I like this.
So we have even 2022 Linux machine also there. I mean 2022 Linux SQL Server is also there. SQL Server Linux container.
Yeah, and we need like .NET framework
Yeah.
4.7 something.
Let's
Yeah,
see this one. Yeah. Let's try with this. This is a validation edition only. I don't think it will work. Sure it will work or not. Let's copy that valuation edition. Okay, so to my server. This is the server, right? So it is still installing. Right click, paste it. We'll see whether it is going to work or not. So after this management studio installation, it will ask for the reboot, guys. So we have to reboot the server and then we can proceed with any installation. Otherwise I cannot install this 2022 now. And of course this is like let me do one thing. Okay, this is Windows 2012, right? So on Windows 2012 can I install SQL Server 2022, guys? On Windows 2012 can I install SQL 2022?
No, sir.
Not possible, right?
Yes.
So that's why I just started Windows 2016 VM. So let's try to connect in this. So I'll try to connect to this server using remote desktop, guys, RDP. So first of all, what I have to do, I have to check the IP address of this machine. So let's check the IP address. One 192.168.1.7. So let's see whether we can connect to this machine using this IP address or not. Why my machine becomes too slow for 2 VMs itself? Just 1 minute, guys. It's like the machine is too slow. Just a minute. Just a minute. It is taking a lot of time to load. I'm just killing unused process and all. Okay. SQL Server is running. Yes, SQL Server is running. This is the SQL Server process. I'm going to kill it in my local laptop, guys. In my local laptop, SQL Server is running, so I'm just killing that SQL Server only. I'm not doing anything. Let's see this one. I'm just checking what are the other processes are there to kill it. So if I'm not using those processes, I can kill it, guys, like AnyDesk and all. It will start with Windows laptop. So I'm just killing the other processes. Okay, Joy, I'll check that one. Thank you for that. Calculator at this moment we don't need it. You have to register here, right? Let's see. First name.
They're gonna share this, link with on
Yeah,
your
yeah,
email. Yeah.
yeah, I got it. Not sure why it was too slow. Let's see if it is going to download it or not. Evaluation center only. The same page, it's pointing to the same page, Joy, that we have already selected, right? We have already downloaded 2022 from the same page. Yeah. Okay, fine. Let me check the status of this management studio. Okay, it's still installing. No problem. Let me go to the server. I don't want any updates. Let me check whether I can connect to the server remotely using this. using this IP address or not. I'll use MSTSC shortcut, guys. Okay, this also will open RDP only. Going to close Edge. Right, so here what is the IP address? 192.168 Ethernet adapter, and let's try these two IP addresses. Okay, with 1.7 we'll try first, then 56.1 we'll try. 192.168 1.7. Why it is taking this much time? Okay, so 1.7 is not reachable. Let's try with 56.1. 56.1. Yeah, console is the remote computer because you're already a console progress. I don't have any console, right? You can use another console. Okay, let me check the IP address of the machine, my 2016 machine. Let me try to connect to this. Just click outside and type Windows R. Your local laptop Windows will open. .56.1. Yeah, Joy. Okay, why I'm getting this error? Already one console, only one console is there, right? I can connect to multiple servers. Your computer could not connect another console on the remote computer because you already have a console session in progress. Which console session is in progress? You can connect to multiple VMs at a time. It's almost completed. We'll see. Let's see. I'll stop this console. We'll see whether it is going to work or not. Okay. Let's wait for a few minutes, guys. It's going to be completed. The installation is going to be completed. Right. In the meantime, let's give you a small discussion about the management studio, guys. Why to waste the time? Right. So as I said, only one management studio is enough to connect to the running instances, guys. Using management studio, we can connect to the running instances. If the instance is running, then only I can connect to the SQL server using this management studio. If the instance is not running, I cannot connect to the SQL server, guys. Instance should run, okay? Then only I can connect to the, then only it will allow the connections. So I can connect to the SQL server. If the instance is like shut down, if someone stopped the server, it won't allow any connections, right? No connections will be opened from the SQL server. So no one can connect to the SQL server, guys. And SSMS, without SSMS, can I connect to the SQL server? This is my question earlier. Without SSMS, can I connect to the SQL server? The answer is yes, I can connect. Without SSMS also, I can connect to the SQL server using command prompt. Okay, using command prompt, I can connect to the SQL server without SSMS also, but only commands will run. You cannot like right click, create the database, create the table. GUI won't work. Okay, so without SSMS also I can connect to the SQL server, but I have to use command prompt, guys. Through command prompt only I can connect to the SQL server. Okay, guys, give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute break. I'll be back. Just 1 minute. right? Okay, so we can use command prompt also. Mostly we don't use command prompt, but yes, in case if SSMS is not working, sometimes using command prompt also you can connect to the SQL server, guys. Okay, so now the SSMS installation is succeeded on my Windows machine. You can see installed successfully. So it will ask for the restart. Just restart it, guys. Okay, restart it, otherwise it won't work properly. So in the meantime, what we can do, it is going to restart. Now the VM is going to be restarted. Okay, so before that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to try, I'll connect to the server remotely. We'll see. Generally we can use two remote connections at a time. I can connect to one server and another one more server I can connect to this, like this is another server. So why it is taking 56? I guess it is taking the old server IP address, this server IP address only. Okay, restart anyway. That's why it is saying one connection is enabled like that. One console is already active like that. It is saying, right? Let's see. We'll try in another way. Okay, in the meantime, the machine is going to be started, right? So it was started. One connection is closed. Okay, let's try now. No, 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 no. Then there is an issue from the RDP side. Windows R MSTSC. Just paste the IP address. No, there is an issue, guys. See, there is no other consoles are available now. Still, it is throwing the error. Okay, no problem. So in the meantime, this machine is going to be restarted. Okay, and let me check the IP address. Any IP address is changed and all. No, it is not changed, right? Same IP address only. Okay, this one is going to restart, right? Okay, let it restart. Fine. So using Management Studio, we can connect to the SQL servers. Management Studio is GUI option, guys, so that we can create databases easily. We can run the commands easily. Using command prompt also we can connect to the SQL server, but you should know all the commands only. To connect to the SQL server, you should know command. If you want to create any database, you have to use command. Everything like a black screen will be there, a command prompt screen you can see, right? In the same command prompt black screen, you have to run all your commands. So if you want to work with command prompt also you can work, but you should know the commands. Then only you can manage the connections and all through command prompt, guys. Sometimes, very rarely, like if management studio is not working sometimes, or if the server is very busy with connections, then sometimes very rarely we'll use command prompt also to connect to the SQL server, guys. Fine. So what is the shortcut for SQL server? How to open SQL server management studio, guys? Generally the shortcut is SSMS. Okay, so up to 2016 you can type Windows run and you can type SSMS, guys, no issues. Up to 2016 you can run, you can open run in the server and you can just type SSMS. But from 2017 onwards, it won't allow you to type in the run. 2017 also shortcut is SSMS only, but you cannot type in the run, guys. You have to just type here. Okay, in the Windows, just hit the Windows button and type SSMS. Then only you will get the management studio. Okay, then only you will get like this. Okay, then only you will get the management studio. If you just trying to open in the Windows run, it won't allow you, guys. Okay, it won't allow you. So what is the status of this machine? That is restarted or not? Let's check. This is my Windows 2016, guys. It is not taking any connections. There's an issue with my laptop only, I guess. Now it is restarting. Let me stop this machine, guys. I just powered off that machine. Wait for some time, guys. It is going to restart. This is the problem. If I just run multiple machines at a time, generally like it will create some performance issues, guys. So I just started Windows 2016 machine, right? Then immediately the performance, like the resources utilization is increased, and then the performance is completely decreased. Sometimes it will work. Like, why? Because I'm having a 12 GB of RAM, so it's not like even for two machines itself it won't run. Sometimes it will work for three machines also. Sometimes like some other processes will start which will kill the performance of the machine. So what is the solution for that? You have to restart the laptop, the whole laptop. You have to restart it. If I restart the laptop now, again to open all the connections, and it will take 10 to 15 minutes. So that's why I just skip that restarting my laptop. Okay, I just tried restarting the server only. Let's check the IP address first, then we'll try to connect to the server remotely. This is 137 only, right? So before doing that, what I'll do, first we'll say immediately throwing 192.168.137.107. This is my current server IP address, right? Yeah, this I'm able to connect. That I'm unable to connect that Windows 2016. Not sure what is the problem. Even I stopped the VM also. I have to get another error, but not sure why I'm getting another console error I'm getting. Okay, let's connect to this server, guys. So I'll check that one. I'll check what is the error, and also we'll discuss in the evening if possible. Okay, Let me connect to this VM. So I installed the Management Studio, right? So how to open Management Studio, guys? Can anyone tell me how to open Management Studio?
To run SSMS.
Just I have to run SSMS, not in the run. Okay, I have to just hit the Windows button and then type SS. You can type SS or you can type SSMS. Okay, anything you can type, guys. Okay, you can see here Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio 18. Okay, the latest version is 19 that we haven't downloaded yet. Right, so once you click on that Management Studio, what will happen, guys? Once you click on that Management Studio will open. Now once Management Studio is open, then what you have to do, you have to connect to the running instances. Already one instance is running that we have already installed last week, right? So how to check whether the instance is running or not, where to check, guys? So we'll discuss now. So generally when any instance is, when you installed an instance, what will happen in the Windows machine? When you installed any instance in the Windows server, what will happen? Okay, so we'll see, guys. We are going to discuss it. So when you install any instance in the Windows machine, there will be some changes, guys. What are the changes? One is like extra services will be added. So what and all services will be added in the Windows server when you install SQL Server? Okay, when you install SQL Server, what extra services, how many services you will get it, how many services you will get? Okay, so this is the question, guys. How to check? Go to Windows Server. So if you want to see any services and all, we have one option shortcut called services.msc. Type services.msc. Okay, just type services.msc. Then what you can do, once it's open, then what we have to do, guys? Then you have to go to, see here, you can see all the services right here, all the services. See, guys, services.msc is a what I can say, tool to see all the services in the Windows machine. Don't think using this tool we can see only SQL Server. See, all whatever service, whatever softwares you install in that machine, all softwares will run as services. So each software will have its own services. It might be one service or multiple services. In the Windows machine, lot of other processes are running, right? Like .NET framework and all running in the backend, right? So when you install any software in the Windows machine, it will run, that software will run as a service. Even though you install a antivirus also, that antivirus software will run as a service in the Windows machine, guys. Then only the software will work. So we install SQL Server, right? So that SQL Server also will create some services in the Windows machine. That SQL Server also will create some services in the Windows machine. So how to see, where to see those services? Open services.msc. You can see here all the services with alphabetical order, A, B, C. Like SQL Server services starts with yes. Just hit yes, guys. You can see all the services starting with yes now. Now see here, SQL Server services are started. How many services are there, guys, with SQL? How many services you can see? With the SQL, with the name SQL, how many services you can see? 6 services, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 services you can see here, right? So SQL full text search, I hope you know, during the installation we'll select SQL full text. This is the main service, guys, database engine service. This is the database engine service. This is very important. Okay, without this there is no SQL Server. This is agent service, is responsible for automation, like creating jobs, scheduling the jobs, taking the backups. Okay, this is responsible for agent service is responsible for that. Browser service is an extra service which will help you to connect to the servers remotely. Okay, browser service will help you, means this SQL instance I can connect it from another server also. For that, your browser service should be enabled. Remotely means, remote work means what? What is meant by remote work? Remote work means you have to do it from other location, right? For example, work from home is a remote work. So you can do it from the home. Servers will be there in some other data center like UK, US and all. But you are doing your work from the home, means remote work. Remotely you are connecting to the servers. In the same way, For remote connections, browser service is responsible. And again, this CIP service and writer, it is going to write the data and all. This CIP service is responsible for like extra service called CIP service. Okay, even I am also not sure what this CIP service will do, but we'll get the extra service called CIP service. I'll update you what is the CIP, what it will do and all. I'll update. So when you install any SQL server, automatically you will get these 6 services, guys. Automatically you will get these 6 services. When you install any SQL server, automatically you will get any version of SQL server, automatically you will get these 6 services. Okay, so now what you can do, guys, take a break, come back at 8:40. Okay, now what is the time? 8:23, right? Come back at 8:40. So we'll discuss other things as well. Okay, so after this, like this is the management studio. You can see management studio is opened. Then I'll show you how to connect to the servers, what name you have to use to connect to the servers. All these things we'll discuss, guys. Come back at 8:40. We'll discuss other things also. Okay, other than services, what and all folders will be created. I'll show you that as well, and then we'll discuss the connections. Okay, fine, guys. So I'll be back at 8:40. I'll be in mute, guys. Okay, so yeah, we'll connect at 8:40 again. Right, guys, I'm back. Fine. So, guys, can you hear me?
Yes, Anu.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, bro. Yes.
done. Let me go to the server. Yes. So when you install the SQL Server, how many services you will get it? Generally, how many services you will get it, guys?
Six.
Six, sir.
Six
Six.
services. If I install 2 instances, how many services I'll get?
I thought six only, right?
Nine instances.
No,
So sorry, 9 services, sir.
10 process.
Okay. So here, if you see here, out of 6 services, okay, these are 6 services, right? Out of 6 services, 3 are specific services, 3 are shared services, guys. 3 are specific, 3 are shared services. So here, earlier we used to get the 9, then the process is changed again, small change is there. So how to identify specific and shared features out of these 6 services, how to identify which one is specific service, which one is shared service, how to identify? How to identify? We have 6 services related to SQL Server, right? Then how to identify which one is specific service, which one is shared service?
Sir, we will find MS SQL Server in brackets.
Yes, okay. So if you see here, in the brackets, you can see the name of the instance. MS SQL Server means it's a default instance name. MS SQL Server means it's a default instance name. Okay. So if you see name in the brackets, that is a specific instance. Okay. If you don't see any name in the brackets, means it's a shared service, guys. If you see name in the brackets, it's a specific service. If you don't see any name in the brackets, it's a shared service. This is the only hint. Okay, we have. So how many specific services are there? How many shared services are there? Can you tell me now?
2 shared services and specific services.
4 specific services are
Yes, sir. 4
1,
specific.
2, 3, 4. 4 specific services, 2 shared services. So when you install next time, you don't get 6 services again. Okay? You don't get 6 services. First time you will get 6 services, guys. Next time onwards, you will get only specific services. Why? Because shared, what is the meaning of shared? One copy is enough for the whole Windows machine. One copy is enough for the whole Windows machine. So when you install second instance, again it don't create one more browser service, one more VSS writer service. These two are shared. These two services will exist only once for the whole Windows machine. These services will exist for whole SQL instance. These services are specific services. Specific services will exist as per the number of SQL instances. But shared services will exist only once for the Windows server. That is Windows server. This is SQL server. Okay, so if you install one more instance, next time if you install second instance, now tell me total how many instances services will be there? Total how many services will be there in my Windows machine? When you install first time, you will get 6. Out of 6, 4 is specific and 2 are shared. 2 services are shared services. When you install second instance, tell me how many services, total how many services will be there?
Total 10, right?
10 services. 10
10.
services will be there. Okay, 10 services will be there. Why? Because 4 more specific services you will get it. 6 plus 4, total how many? 10 services. So when you install SQL Server, total 10, I mean like first time you will get 6 services. Next time when you are adding one more instance, every time when you are installing second instance, third instance, fourth instance, every time when you are installing extra instance, every time you will get 4 extra specific services, guys. Okay, every time you will get 4 extra specific services. How to identify the specific service? You will see the name in the brackets. Those are the specific services. Generally, if you are staying in the PG, we'll write our names on the plates, on the glasses that we are using, right? Not sure whether you are having this habit or not, but generally 90%. Why? Because they cannot mix it with others. Others cannot use our what we can say utensils and all. So we use it to write the names on our belongings if you are staying in the PG. So specific means okay. You can see name in the brackets. What is that name? Instance name. For default instance, you will get instance name as MS SQL Server. For named instance, whatever name you will provide during the installation, that name you will get in the brackets, guys. Clear? Any issues, any doubts here, please?
Sir, next time we will not get server.
Sorry?
Like next time we'll not get shared services. Only we get specific, right?
Yes, next time you don't get shared services. Only first time you'll get shared services. These shared services can be used for other instances also. Doesn't mean, sir, what about the browser service for second instance? This browser service can be used shared. What is the meaning of shared? If you are staying in PG, you don't get washing machine for every student. One shared washing machine will be there. This has to be used by multiple people. Agreed?
Sir, agreed.
One fridge, one refrigerator will be there. This has to be used by multiple people. Agreed? So again, if new person joined in the PG, that PG owner, that maintenance they don't buy extra refrigerator or extra washing machine or extra TV. You have to use the existing ones only. So even though you install second instance, this browser service is a shared feature for second instance. This VSS writer is shared for second instance also. Like if you install 50 instances also completely, only one browser and VSS writer will be there. Why? Because all the 50 instances are going to use these shared services. So shared services won't exist per instance. Shared services will exist per Windows machine. Is it clear, guys?
Yes, clear, sir.
Everyone.
Yes.
Yes.
Fine. So what folders will be created? These are related to the services. What folders will be created? When you install SQL Server, it will create a folder called, generally program files will be there. When you install Windows machine itself, you will get program files folder. When you open this program files folder, you can see, 1 minute guys, 1 minute. Bye. Bye bye. Right. So when you install SQL Server, extra folder will be created in C program files, guys. C program files, extra folder will be created with the software name. What is our software name? Microsoft SQL Server. Open this folder. You can see these are all the folders will be created after SQL Server installation. You can see, right, some numbering folders and all. I told you during the initial classes, right? SQL Server versions, build numbers and then numbers. Okay. So let me show you so that you can recollect easily. Yeah, SQL DBA classes. Right. So if you see here, when you install SQL Server 2008, the build number starts with 10.0 and you will get a folder of 100. If you install SQL Server in the same way, 1 minute, 1 minute. Hello. Right, fine. So when you install 2008, you will get 100 folder. When you install 2008 R2 also 100 folder, and when you install 2012, you will get a 110 folder like the 120, 130, 150. So when you install SQL 2017, the highest folder is 140 folder. You will get it. Okay. So now you can see here, you can see 80 folder, 90 folder, 110 folder, 140 folder. So you might ask, sir, we install only 2017. For 2017, we have to get only 140 folder. Then why we got all other folders? 80 means what? SQL Server 2000. If you see here, 80 means SQL Server 2000. And 90 means 2005. In the same way, 110 means SQL Server 2012. Why we got all these folders? Why? Because the base features will be in the older binaries. Okay, the base features will be in the older binaries. So by default, even though you install SQL Server 2017, by default you will get all these 80, 90, 110 folders. Means 80, 90, 110 folders are having a base features, the base set of files, supported files and all there. So don't think here 80 is there means SQL Server 2008, 2000 is installed in my machine. If you see 19 means SQL Server 2005 is installed. Check the highest numbering folder 140. That means SQL Server 2017 installed. It should install 2017. Why? Because I have 140. 140 means SQL Server 2017. So SQL Server 2017 should be installed in that machine, guys. Is it clear? These folders are called binaries. If you go inside the folder, you can see some other folders and all, which will help you in troubleshooting the SQL related issues like installation issues, patching issues, different like upgradation issues and all. Using the folders, using some files from this location, I can troubleshoot the issues related to the installations, upgradations, patchings, migrations and all. Okay, fine. If you come back and you can see this is the main folder. This is called instance root directory. If you go inside this, you will get one more folder called MSSQL. If you go inside this, you can see some other folders, guys. I'm sorry. You can see some other folders like backup, bin and data. So data is very important folder. So all the databases physical files will be there in this location. All the databases physical files will be there in this location. And when you create a new database also, by default it will create those files in this location only. What is this files? What is this database? We'll discuss in the next class. Nothing to worry. Okay, we'll discuss in the next class. Nothing to worry. So generally, when you create a database, you will get two files. One is data file and one is log file. So when I install SQL Server, I'll get 4 system databases: master, model, MSDB and TempDB, guys. Master, model, MSDB and TempDB. So that's why you can see all these 8 files, 4 databases, right? 4 into 2, 8 files. So you can see 8 files now. Okay, so like this it will work. Fine, guys. Any questions here? Any questions? Any doubts? So using this, you are able to tell which version of SQL Server using this path. Even though you are unable to connect to the SQL Server using Management Studio, at least by using this path, you should be able to tell. Okay, you should be able to tell which version is installed. Okay, and which instance is installed in this machine, guys. So I can tell 2017 installed in this machine. I can tell default instance is installed in this machine. Sir, how? I told you, right? MS SQL 14. 14 means for SQL Server 2017, 14.0. The build number starts with 14.0. So if you see 14 means what it means? SQL Server 2017 installed. And if you want to check whether this instance is named instance or default instance, I told you for default instance you can see MS SQL Server. So MS SQL 14.MS SQL Server means it's a 2017 instance. It's a default instance. You should be understand in this way, guys. Is it clear? Without connecting to Management Studio itself, I can tell which version is installed in this machine, which, like what, that's not an addition, which instance, whether default or named instance, which instance is installed in this machine, I can tell using this folder names, guys. Is it clear, everyone?
Yes, Amok.
Everyone, is it clear? Any questions, any doubts?
Yes.
It's clear, bro.
Right, finally let me check. I'm missing your messages in case if any. Fine, so let me go to the server again. Okay, and 1 minute, guys. Okay, fine. So here, let me go to this. Come on, not sure who is sending these many messages. Fine. So go to Management Studio. Okay. Here, generally when you install the Management Studio, you will get, when you open Management Studio, you can see like this. Okay, let me open it again. So just click on this Windows button, type yes, that's it. Okay, you will get Management Studio. Just click on this Management Studio. Now you will get this pop-up. Okay, your application will open like this. Sometimes they will ask you in the entry also, they will ask you what is the Management Studio version you worked. Management Studio version also they will ask. Management Studio version is different, SQL Server version is different, guys. They might ask you, some tricky interviewers will be there, like to check. Generally every time we'll open Management Studio, right, and sometimes we'll manually install Management Studio. So you should know, while we are installing Management Studio manually means we should know what version of Management Studio we're installing, right? So they will ask you like what is the Management Studio version you installed, latest Management Studio version you installed. They might ask questions like that also. So it's a 18 till now, 18, guys. 18.12, 18 you can tell, 18, just 18. 19 is also coming. Okay, so you can see here database engine. So when you open Management Studio, this pop-up will open automatically, and we as a DBAs, our work will be there on the database engine only. Okay, so we have to connect to database engine only. Okay, guys, so make sure database engine is selected here in the server type. What other components will be there, sir? If you click here, you can see analysis service. If you want to connect to analysis services, you have to choose analysis services. If you want to connect to reporting, you have to choose reporting. If you want to connect to integration, you have to choose integration. If you want to connect to Azure SSIS integration, you have to connect. So as of now, we are not using any Azure and all, so leave it. So I have to database engine is the heart of the SQL Server, right? So I have to select database engine. Generally it will be selected only, no need to do anything. Now I have to give server name. Here I have to give server name. I told you, right, in one Windows machine how many instances I can install. Guys, I don't take much time, hardly in 10 to 15 minutes I'll complete. Why? Because Friday, right, you might have offices and all. Hardly 10 to 15 minutes I'll complete, guys. Right, server name generally
One default and 49
default,
name.
one default and 49 named.
49 named instances.
So out of these 50 instances, I want to connect to one single instance. Means how to identify that single instance?
By default only.
No,
By
not by
default,
default, by name only, right?
Yeah,
I
by
have
name.
50 students in my class. How to call them? Using their name only, right? How to identify each person? Using their name only, right? In the same way, I have to give, okay, chalo, you are connected to database engine. Which database engine? Default instance database engine. Default instance means what is the server name? You might ask one question, sir, in the services for default instance, it's shown MS SQL Server. In the folders also, it's shown MS SQL Server. Then can't we connect to the server using MS SQL Server? No, we cannot connect to the server using MS SQL Server. Okay, why? Because it's not the default instance name. What name it will take, guys? Generally, what name it will take if you install default instance? What name it will take?
Computer
PC
name.
name, PC name slash version. I mean MS SQL Server, sir.
PC name, right?
Yeah, sir.
No need to give MS SQL Server, just have to give server name. So here I'll get the error. Why? Because I cannot connect to default instance using MS SQL Server. Only in services and in the folders it will show you MS SQL Server. But see here, if the instance name is incorrect, you will get this error. A network related instance specific error occurred while establishing a connection to SQL Server. When you will get this error, if the instance name is wrong, if the instance is in shutdown state, if the instance is not running, then you will get this error. Okay, click OK, guys. So I cannot connect to the instance using MS SQL Server. So for default instance, what name I have to give, guys? I have to give server name. How to find the server name? Go to the server, open Windows R, type CMD, like how you will search the IP config. In the same way, for check the server name also, we have one command called host name. Don't give any spaces. Host name. This is one way, or else go to this Windows button, go to this PC properties. There also you can see server name. See here, full computer name. This and this both are same only. Okay, if you see here, both are same. Win8A4SP12VQ8P. 8A4SP12VQ8P. This name I have to give here. Okay, right click mark, I have to select it, hit enter to copy, or else sir I will be confused. Okay, do one thing, go to here, click on this drop down. See here, computer name is already there. If it is not there, browse for more, click on this plus symbol, select the instance and click OK. So now I gave the computer name to connect. What type of authentication? Windows and mixed mode. You can see two authentication types. These are all related to Azure. Leave it. Main two authentication modes: Windows authentication, SQL Server authentication. As of now, we haven't discussed about SQL Server. Chalo, let's connect with Windows authentication. Click connect. So in this way, you can connect to the SQL Server, guys. Clear? Any issues? Any doubts? Please. And here you can see the build number 14.0 means which version, guys? It is which version? 14.0 means which version?
2012.
2012.
17.
Who said,
2017.
17.
who said 2012? 2012. Who said 2012? I guess three people are there: Shravanti, Sirisha, Shilpa. It should be, I guess, Sirisha's voice.
Yeah, it's me.
Sirisha, right? Please don't mind. I'll give you one assignment for you only.
Okay.
So what is that assignment? What is that assignment?
SQL servers and versions.
What you have to do with that? Okay. So I'll treat you, okay, a kid only. So what you have to do? You have to, from 2005 onwards, this set is there, right?
Yes,
This
yes.
set, you have to write it for 5 times in the document,
Oh,
the notes,
okay.
and you have to send the picture in the WhatsApp.
Okay.
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 5
Okay.
times. All these versions with build numbers. Okay.
Okay.
Fine.
Yeah, yeah.
By mistake only you said, I agree, totally agree with
Yeah.
that. But you have to be habituated for this version.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, sure. No
Next time
problem.
if in the interview if they ask, you cannot tell like that, right? So 5
Yes,
times.
yes.
Again, if
Okay.
you tell wrong answer, 10 times it will be. Okay.
Okay.
Fine. Fine, fine. So let me go to the server again. Right. So now you can see this is my server name. Okay. And if you see here, this is in Management Studio, right? You can see there are different options, right? So you can came to know all these options while using this Management Studio software. As of now, we'll know basic options. I want to disconnect the server. How to disconnect? Right click, disconnect. Where is that? Disconnect. Okay, or else you can use a disconnect button. This is the disconnect button. I want to connect to the server again. This is the connect button. Charger button is there, right? Charger kind of thing. Okay, click on this and you will get this pop-up again: server name, database engine, authentication mode, and you can connect again. You want to disconnect, use this select the instance, use this disconnect button. Connect, disconnect, nothing will happen. Connect means it will connect, disconnect means it will disconnect from the Management Studio. Don't think disconnect means it is going to shut down the SQL server. No, it won't shut down the SQL server. When you are having work, you will connect to the instance. If your work is completed, you can disconnect the server or you can directly close the Management Studio like this. Clear, guys? Server, disconnect, connect. Any issues here? Again, I can open the Management Studio. Again, I can connect to the SQL server, guys. So this is how generally will work. Closing Management Studio will don't cause any problems. It don't create any problems. If your work is there, you will open the Management Studio, you will connect to the server. If your work is completed, you will close the Management Studio. Closing Management Studio is not going to harm anything. It don't create any problems. It will simply connect and it will disconnect, guys. And if you expand this databases and all, you can see some databases, some other folders and all, lot of things are there. Slowly we'll discuss component by component, guys. So don't expect on the first day you will came to know all these things, nothing. So slowly we'll discuss all the concepts, right? So don't worry.
So if shut down, what will happen?
SQL Server will shut down. Your application will be down. I told you, right, in the 3-tier architecture.
Down.
Your voice is breaking. Your voice is completely breaking.
It's clear, bro.
Okay, okay. Fine, guys. Right, so what will happen if you shut down the SQL server? What will happen? You cannot connect to the server. Databases will be down. So whatever applications are there associated with this database in the backend database, the application will be associated with the databases, right, in the backend. So if the server is down, databases will be down. If the database is down, application will be down. Clear? Fine. So that's it for now, guys. Okay, that's it for now. So what we can do, like, we'll connect in the evening. So we'll discuss other things as well. So a lot of things are there to discuss. So we'll connect and we'll discuss other things, guys. That's it for now. So evening I'll try to take the complete class. Okay. Fine, guys. Anything is there to discuss? Are we good?
Samuk, you will show us that Windows, like you was doing something now, Windows 16, right?
Not now. Not now. I have to check it whether Windows 2016 is working or not first.
Yeah, no, once you'll get a time, then only.
Definitely, of course.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Thank you.
You,
So that's it
you
for
have
now.
me, right, Sanmukh?
No, not yet. I'll mail. For you, I guess.
I mean,
Yeah. I sent an
yeah,
email.
but I have a.
Guys, one more correction. I have sent those who enrolled for them softwares and notes already shared with you guys. If you don't see in the inbox, check in the spam. Why? Because I use the same email to send the documents to multiple people, right? Sometimes it will treat my email as a spam. Check in the spam. You can see the notes and softwares. Those who enrolled.
Yes, look, I get it, all those things, but like I'm telling you, like tomorrow is Friday morning for me.
Yes. Class is
And
there.
I'm working.
Yes, class is there for this week
I
and next
know,
week.
but
Yes.
I know, but it's 7 o'clock, it's 7 a.m. Like your class will start and my job will start too.
Yes,
So it
for
will,
tomorrow morning we
yeah,
have to manage
yeah.
tomorrow and
Let's
next
see.
week.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's see. Let's
next
see.
week
Yeah,
even we have Christmas, right? So next week also
yeah,
I
yeah,
will
yeah.
try to
Next week is
Saturday.
fine, but next week,
Yeah,
I have off. But today,
just
yeah,
manage for
yeah, I will.
one session.
I will try. Okay, no problem.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Huh? Bye. We'll
Okay,
see in
bye,
the
Samuk.
evening. Yeah, bye.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye, bro.
Bye.